East Midlands Airport is a fast-growing business. We want to achieve all the very good things that come from our business, the opportunities for travel, the way we connect other businesses, the employment opportunities, but to do that in a proper way, a balanced way, so we don't compromise the environment. And we've set ourselves a really radical commitment to have zero carbon from our buildings and from our vehicles by 2012. And we've tried to involve all of our colleagues in simple things like using less energy, switch off lights, switch off computers. But we've gone very much beyond that. It's about how we build and construct the things on site. We've, for instance, extended the terminal building recently with a pier extension, and we think we've reduced the carbon emissions in that building by 80%. We've done that by very simple things, by using natural light. We've done that by using very radical things. We use ground source heat pumps to heat and cool the entire building. We've got planning permission to put 4 wind turbines on the airport site. Those turbines alone will supply 10% of our electricity mapping, and they'll do that in a way that's not only innovative, but it makes good commercial sense too. Well, we've over 500 vehicles on the airport site, and about 20% of our carbon emissions come from vehicles alone. So we've trialled biodiesel in our own operational vehicles. We've now 42 electric vehicles on site, the most recent of which an electric smart car that's certainly attracted people's attention. We're looking at other alternative fuels, and we're looking at a range of technologies to progressively bring down the emissions from those vehicles across all of the airport site, for the airport company and for our partners too. At East Midlands Airport we've got over 100 companies on the airport site, so we can't achieve this target alone. Most of the energy is used by our business partners, they operate most of the vehicles, they provide most of the services, so we need to work in partnership together, and we've worked hard on a common environmental message to really work together to reduce our impacts. In many ways the airport's like a small town. We generate large volumes of waste, mainly from the passenger terminal and from aircraft too. What we do is we physically sort all of that waste so we can recycle as much as possible. We now find that the majority of our waste, more than 50%, is recycled. If you look at things in the round, we actually create more carbon dioxide emissions from passengers' journeys to and from the airport site than we do on the airport itself. So it's important that we do, as we have, invested in public transport links. We've vastly improved the number of people now accessing the site using public transport, and to provide cycling and walking links too, not just for passengers but for staff as well. We have a community fund. We put into that £50,000 each year from the airport. We also fine airlines that are too noisy and put that into the community fund too. We invest that in local community groups, local charities, and it's one way in which we can give back and support the local community on things that really matter to them. But we're a commercial business, and it's important that we consider environmental management in the same light. So we need to achieve the right environmental outcome, but we also need to do it in a commercial way. So for instance, the wind turbines that we're putting on the airport site, they will supply 10% of our electricity from zero carbon renewable sources, but they'll also work very well commercially too. So we need to find ways to do this that have a good commercial case, and we think there's a good commercial argument for doing many of the things that we've chosen to do.